movies.
We're very fortunate in this COVID-19 issue to have been, for the most part, permitted to continue to operate.
March of 2020, all of a sudden we were geniuses because everything had turned to drive-in.
Now that everything's back open again, they're not here.
Drive-in isn't the top of
In the documentary Back to the Drive-In, April Wright looks at how those theaters rebounded or did not after the pandemic. In the summer of 2021, she drove across the country and back, visiting different drive-ins in different states, including Illinois.
Many of the theaters are family-owned, and the film looks at what the prospects are for the future of the drive-in. April Wright joins us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. So excited to be here.
My recollection of the drive-in in the 1970s was that the audio never really worked very well. I can't imagine it's gotten better, or has there been some way to revolutionize the technology of it all?
Well, right after you were there in the 80s, they switched to radio sound.
Oh, so you could plug through your radio. I see. But it didn't really help them much, right? So, I mean, I know you did a documentary, what was it, in 2013? You went to like 500 drive-ins. And how has it changed to 2021? Talk about the difference.
I did, yeah. My very first documentary was about the history of drive-ins. So it covered all the, you know, from the invention through the peak in the 50s all the way up to the present. This documentary visits drive-ins today, coming out of the pandemic. There were about 305 going into COVID. Now it's under 300. So there's actually been a few closures since COVID. So
we know that, you know, like there was one in Gibson City, Illinois, that's still open that you visited. They kind of boomed during COVID, but how are they doing now?
Yeah, you're talking about the Harvest Moon. I went to 11 drive-ins for this film, and they were one of them. Family owned, and you know, they're trying to hang in there. It has been tough since COVID. Some of the things that all small businesses are facing, having a hard time getting employees, supply chain issues, customers being a little unruly after being locked up during COVID. But they really are determined to keep the drive-ins going. They feel how they can understand how important they are to the community.
People don't seem to even want to go to the movie theater, where the visual and audio experience is much richer than the drive-in. Why do people who are going to the drive-in enjoy going to the drive-in?
Yeah, you're right. It is hard to get people to go back to theaters after, you know, getting used to streaming, but hopefully more people are wanting to do that. The drive-in adds something because it's more than just the movie. You're outdoors, you can talk to the people that you're with. It can be very social in addition to seeing the movie. So it's really a total experience. And what a lot of people tell me, they have very, you know, vivid memories of going to the drive-in. And it's still like that today. It's about creating good memories with the people that you're with.
So are you finding that the people that still go is it mostly in rural communities where that might be their only movie-going option, or is it just anywhere, and it's just nostalgic?
Yeah, not at all. I mean, when I covered the 11 drive-ins in the film, I tried to pick all different types of drive-ins. So some have been around for decades. I went to one that had only opened about 3 weeks before I got there. So it was a brand new drive-in built from scratch. I went to single screen drive-ins. I went to ones that have up to 7 screens. I went to one in Fort Worth, Texas, where you can literally see the buildings of downtown Fort Worth, the towers right behind the drive-in. So it's in the city. So, you know, they're all over the place. It's really a mix.
Very cool. Well, Back to the Drive-In is streaming now. You can check out goingattractions.com, check out the socials. Thanks, April.
Thanks, April.
Yes, thanks for having me.